Istanbul is often described as the place where Europe and Asia truly meet, both geographically and culturally. Positioned across the Bosporus Strait, the city has served as a bridge between continents for thousands of years. Its long and complex history stretches back more than 1,500 years, making it one of the most historically significant cities in the world. Over time, Istanbul, formerly known as Constantinople, became the capital of three major empires: the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and later the Ottoman Empire. This rare distinction has left the city with an exceptionally rich and layered cultural heritage. The city was formally established as Constantinople by Emperor Constantine the Great in 330 AD. His goal was to create a new imperial capital that would strengthen the eastern part of the Roman Empire. To achieve this, he invested heavily in developing the city and significantly increased its population. Historical accounts suggest that between 324 and 326 AD, the population grew dramatically from around 1,500 to approximately 50,000 people within just 2 years. This growth was achieved by relocating people from different regions of the empire, transforming the settlement into a thriving administrative and cultural center. Today, Istanbul is home to around 15 million people, making it one of the largest cities in the world. Despite its size, many visitors are surprised by how green and livable parts of the city feel. Compared to expectations of a heavily congested megacity, Istanbul offers wide streets, tree-lined avenues, and numerous parks. In many districts, greenery is surprisingly well preserved, and pollution levels in some areas are comparable to other major European cities such as London, Paris, and Madrid. Transportation is one of Istanbul's defining features. The city has a highly developed and expanding public transport system that includes metro lines, buses, minibuses, trams, and taxis. The Istanbul Transportation Card allows residents and visitors to seamlessly use multiple forms of transport, including ferries. Ferry travel is particularly unique, as it is both practical and scenic. People commute across continents while enjoying views of the sea, seagulls, and the city skyline. It is also common for passengers to feed birds with traditional Turkish bread, known as simit, adding a cultural and relaxing dimension to daily travel. Geographically, Istanbul is also remarkable for its strategic position connecting the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara via the Bosporus Strait. Small islands near the coast offer popular weekend escapes for residents. In addition, Istanbul Airport has become one of the largest and busiest airports in the world, handling tens of millions of passengers annually and serving as a major global transit hub. Culturally, Istanbul reflects a blend of East and West. It is often described as a city where elements of European and Middle Eastern lifestyles coexist. Modern nightlife, cafes, and shopping centers exist alongside centuries-old mosques and the daily call to prayer. This creates a unique atmosphere where tradition and modernity are constantly intertwined. Social life is active, with football being extremely popular among men and shopping a common interest among many women. Dating is generally socially accepted, and while the city is more liberal than many parts of the Middle East, it still retains traditional values in various aspects of life. The city is also known for its diversity. In addition to its Turkish population, Istanbul is home to many immigrants and foreign residents, contributing to its multicultural structure. This diversity is visible in neighborhoods, markets, and everyday interactions. The economy is driven largely by small businesses, including food shops, cafes, clothing stores, and traditional carpet merchants. However, high taxes and rising costs make certain goods, such as cars, significantly more expensive compared to Europe. Daily life in Istanbul is fast-paced, and commuting often relies on public transport due to heavy traffic and high fuel costs. Many residents work long hours, opening shops early in the morning and maintaining strong entrepreneurial habits despite economic challenges. Smoking is also relatively common among adults, reflecting certain social habits that remain widespread. At the same time, Turkish society places strong importance on cultural and national values. Respect for religion, especially Islam, is widely observed, as the majority of the population identifies as Muslim. Historical figures such as Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the founder of modern Turkey, are deeply respected, and insulting his legacy is considered a serious offense under the law. This strong sense of historical pride and national identity is an important part of Turkish culture. In many ways, Istanbul is a city of contrasts. It is modern yet traditional, European yet Asian, fast-paced yet deeply historical. Living there can feel like experience. In Turkey, respect for historical figures and national identity is deeply enrolled into society, and in some cases, even protected by law. Figures such as Mustafa Kemal Ataturk are held in extremely high regard, and any perceived insult toward them can lead to serious legal consequences. This reflects not only strong patriotism, but also a deep cultural attachment to the country's past. Religion also plays an important role in shaping values. While Turkey is officially a secular state, the majority of the population identifies as Muslim, and respect for Islam remains an essential social expectation. Visitors who are mindful of these values are usually met with warmth and hospitality. At the same time, Turkish society, especially in a cosmopolitan city like Istanbul, also shows a strong appreciation for wealth and luxury. Status symbols such as designer clothing, expensive cars, and upscale homes are widely admired. From a young age, many people are exposed to the idea that success is reflected in visible prosperity. High-end brands and a polished lifestyle carry significant social prestige. And for some, displaying success is just as important as achieving it. This admiration for affluence exists alongside traditional values, creating an interesting social contrast. Alcohol consumption in Turkey is shaped by both cultural and governmental influences. Since Islam discourages drinking, and the government imposes heavy taxes on alcoholic beverages, alcohol can be quite expensive. These policies are partly intended to limit consumption. However, despite religious restrictions, alcohol remains fairly common, particularly in more secular areas and tourist destinations. In some cases, individuals who cannot afford commercially sold alcohol resort to making homemade versions. This illustrates the balance between cultural norms, religious teachings, and modern lifestyle choices that characterize Turkish society. When it comes to food, Istanbul stands out as a global culinary destination. Turkish cuisine, heavily influenced by the traditions of the Ottoman Empire, offers a rich variety of flavors and dishes. Staples such as kebab, dolma, baklava, and Turkish coffee are not only popular locally, but also internationally recognized. The diversity of dishes reflects centuries of cultural exchange and culinary evolution. Visitors often find themselves impressed by the depth and richness of Turkish food. One particularly cherished tradition is the Turkish breakfast. On weekends, families and friends gather around large tables filled with a wide assortment of dishes, cheeses, olives, eggs, bread, jams, and more. This is not a quick meal, but a leisurely social experience that can last for hours. It highlights the importance of community and shared moments in Turkish culture. Among the many attractions in Istanbul, two landmarks stand out above all: Hagia Sophia and Blue Mosque. These architectural masterpieces symbolize the city's historical and cultural depth. Hagia Sophia, once a church and later a museum, has been reconverted into a mosque in recent years. The Blue Mosque, known for its 6 minarets and stunning interior, remains an active place of worship. The area between them, Sultanahmet Square, is a major gathering point for tourists and locals alike. It is well maintained and reflects the pride Istanbul takes in presenting its heritage to the world. Social interactions in Istanbul are generally warm and welcoming, especially toward tourists. Locals are often curious about visitors and enjoy engaging in conversation. It is common for shopkeepers to offer tea as a gesture of hospitality, creating opportunities for friendly exchanges. People frequently smile, assist with directions, and show genuine interest in learning about different cultures. This openness contributes to the city's appeal as a travel destination. However, attitudes can differ when it comes to refugees. Turkey, and particularly Istanbul, has taken in a significant number of people fleeing conflicts in countries such as Syria and Afghanistan. Over time, this has created economic and social pressures. Some locals express frustration over job competition, rising living costs, and strain on public resources. As a result, refugees may not always receive the same level of warmth as tourists. This tension reflects broader challenges associated with managing large-scale migration over an extended period. Economic difficulties further shape daily life in Istanbul. Turkey has been experiencing high inflation, with prices for many goods rising dramatically, sometimes exceeding 100% annually. Unfortunately, wage increases have not kept pace with inflation, leading to reduced purchasing power for many citizens. Small business owners struggle with rising rents, taxes, and operational costs, while consumers find it increasingly difficult to afford basic necessities. The minimum wage in Turkey is relatively low compared to global standards, and a large portion of